helping you find your happiness, how to control your emotions and avoid the drama. Today, we are looking into a topic that affects all of us: how to control our emotions and avoid unnecessary drama. Whether you're dealing with work stress, relationship issues, or just the daily grind, learning to manage your emotions can be a game changer. Let's start with a simple truth. Emotions are a natural part of being human. They're not inherently good or bad, but how we handle them can make a huge difference in our lives. The goal isn't to suppress our feelings, but to understand and manage them effectively. Now, I know what you might be thinking: easier said than done. But stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have practical tools to help you navigate your emotional landscape. And here's a little teaser for you. Later in the video, I'll share a technique that's so effective it can calm you down in less than 2 minutes. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Let's examine our first strategy: the power of the pause. When you feel intense emotions bubbling up, take a moment to pause. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings, but rather creating a brief space between the trigger and your reaction. It's like hitting the pause button on a video game. You're giving yourself time to assess the situation. For example, imagine you're in a heated argument with a friend. Instead of immediately firing back with a harsh comment, take a deep breath and count to 5. This pause can help you respond more thoughtfully rather than reactively. Next up is the practice of emotional labeling. This involves putting a name to what you're feeling. It might sound simple, but research has shown it's incredibly effective. A study published in the journal Psychological Science found that labeling emotions can decrease their intensity. So, instead of just feeling overwhelmed, try to pinpoint the specific emotion. Are you anxious? Frustrated? Disappointed? By naming it, you're already starting to gain some control over it. Let's move on to a technique called cognitive reframing. This is about changing the way you look at a situation. Our emotions are often triggered by our thoughts and interpretations, not just by events themselves. Here's an example. You send an important email to your boss and don't hear back for days. Your initial thought might be, "They hated my idea and think I'm incompetent." This thought leads to feelings of anxiety and self-doubt. But what if you reframed it? Maybe your boss is swamped with work, or the email got lost in their inbox. By considering alternative explanations, you can often reduce negative emotions. Now, remember that technique I mentioned earlier? It's called box breathing, and it's used by everyone from Navy SEALs to anxiety sufferers. Here's how it works. Breathe in for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts. Breathe out for 4 counts. And hold for 4 counts. Repeat this cycle for 1 or 2 minutes. It's a simple but powerful way to calm your nervous system and regain emotional balance. Another crucial aspect of emotional control is self-awareness. Pay attention to your emotional patterns. What situations tend to trigger strong reactions in you? Are there certain times of day when you're more emotionally vulnerable? By understanding your emotional landscape, you can start to anticipate and prepare for challenging situations. Let's talk about the role of physical health in emotional control. It's easy to underestimate how much our physical state affects our emotions. Lack of sleep, poor nutrition, and inactivity can all make us more emotionally volatile. Make sure you're getting enough rest, eating well, and moving your body regularly. It's not a magic cure, but it can make a big difference in your emotional resilience. Now, here's a strategy that might surprise you. Embrace your emotions. Sometimes, in our effort to control our feelings, we try to push them away entirely. But emotions, even difficult ones, often have important messages for us. If you're feeling angry, maybe there's an injustice that needs addressing. If you're sad, perhaps you're processing a loss. Allow yourself to feel these emotions, but do so mindfully. One way to do this is through journaling. Write about what you're feeling without judgment. This can help you process emotions without getting caught up in them. Plus, over time, you might start to notice patterns that can inform your emotional growth. Lastly, let's talk about the power of connection. Sharing your feelings with trusted friends or family members can be incredibly healing. It's not about dumping your emotions on others, but rather seeking support and perspective. Sometimes, just voicing our feelings out loud can help us gain clarity and control. Remember, learning to control your emotions is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. Be patient with yourself. You're not aiming for perfect emotional control. That's neither possible nor desirable. Instead, you're working towards a healthier relationship with your emotions, one where you can navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease and resilience. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed by your emotions, try one of these techniques. Take a pause. Label your feelings. Reframe your thoughts. Practice box breathing. Or reach out to a friend. With time and practice, you'll find yourself better equipped to handle whatever life throws your way, with less drama and more emotional balance. Try one or more of these strategies and let us know in the comments what you find. We're always happy to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, share it with your friends so we can bring you more ideas. For more videos like this to help elevate your happiness, hit the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you get notified of our next post. Thanks for watching.